Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. I have something that I want to share, but before I share what I want to share, let me share who I am. My name is Joy Pittman. I'm the founder of JVP Legacy and With Faith Meets Strategy. For the purposes of this video, I am your business bestie in your head, aka your intrusive business thoughts, right? And so I was sitting with the idea of productivity. I've been working on some things, revisiting some things that I started needing to get finished. We're even working on a book called Half Built Houses that talks about how do we get to finished. And in the process of that, the idea of productivity kept coming back up. So I was in a conversation with my mentor and I was talking about productivity and the things that keep us from being productive and finishing. And out of my mouth flew a statement that I had to process. And that statement was, some of the most non-productive people I know are also some of the most talented people I know. Some of the people in my world that have the least set of things finished and accomplished and moved across the threshold also have amazing notes, amazing ideas, amazing starts, and are great, talented, gifted in what they do, but often don't move it all the way to completion and finale. And so as I was sitting in that, it moved me to a moment of self-reflection because I had to be honest about the number of half-written books, half-started launches, half-designed programs, things that I did one time but never actually went back and did it again despite it actually being successful, like all the things. And in 2027, God is pushing me to do more things, to complete more things, but he had to deal with some things. So while I was processing it, he took me back in my mind to something he had showed me actually some years ago that I think I had filed away in the revelation closet, but had not actually applied to my life. He took me back to Matthew 7, 1 and 2. And we often read that scripture through the lens of how it applies externally. That scripture is judge not, that ye be not judged, for with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged, and with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again, right? In the Message Bible, stay with me. In the Message Bible, it says, don't pick on people. Jump on their failures, criticize their faults, unless, of course, you want the same treatment. That critical spirit has a way of boomerang. And I know that we have sat with that scripture plenty of times and processed it through the lens of don't judge nobody. Pac said only God could judge him. All those things. Like, we've said it through the lens of basically can't nobody tell me nothing. Can't nobody judge me, whatever. But I don't know how many times we think about how much our the biggest opponent to our productivity is the judgments that we've cast upon other people. Let's talk about it from a business perspective. How many times did you not put the flyer up because of how many times you talked about somebody else's flyer? How many times have you needed something, but you wouldn't let AI help you with the flyer because of all the AI flyer commentary that you talked about? How many times did you not write the book because you was measuring the number of pages in your book according to the number of pages of somebody else's book? Because when they launched their book, you was like, that book only got 10 pages. So now you're trying to write a 3,000 page novel because the judgment that you cast, the critical spirit, has boomerang back on you. Sometimes the biggest judgments that we are trying to overcome are not the ones that other people made of us. They're not the comments that other people said. It's not the post that somebody put up on a timeline that they wasn't even talking about you. It is the judgments that we have passed on other people's productivity that keeps us from producing. And so I had to challenge myself. In what areas have I not been non-productive because I looked at somebody else's stuff in a shady way when I wasn't building and had a lot of comments on what they was doing? And now I'm in the build. I'm in the thick of it. But the things that I would need to do to move it across the finish line actually come back to make me address things that I said about somebody else's bill. I know you got tired of them posting that flyer every 5 minutes, but now you need to fill up your event. And so now you posting your flyer every 5 minutes and you feeling some kind of way because you talked about when they was posting this. I know you was tired of them reels that they was putting up and figuring it out. But now that you're trying to build your social media presence, you can't put nothing up. You can't even hit post on the reel because you're critiquing it, not through somebody else's lens, but through the lens that you apply to everybody else's stuff. I know that you wrote the book, but the book only got 25 good pages in it and you won't produce it. You won't even put it out as an ebook because you're comparing it to somebody else's stuff, right? I know you want to do the event. I know it's feeling heavy in your spirit that you want to launch the event, but if you don't think 1,000 people going to show up, you don't even want to do it because you laughed at when somebody had their event and there was only 7 people in the room. Have your judgments, has that critical spirit boomeranged back on you? I want you, if that is you, if you found yourself in this video, you can't undo what you did. You can't unsay what you said. You can't unthink what you thought. What you can do is release yourself from the things that you said before you knew better. The assumptions that you made before you knew better, the criticisms that you shared before you knew better, and allow yourself to step into what it is now that you need to do in order to produce what God is calling you to. It may not be perfect. We may know that AI helped you. You may have a few too many M dashes and ellipses. You may have, the picture may not look like you. AI may have given you another face, a whole nother set of eyebrows, another set of teeth. It may have given you a little hips you ain't have in the past. Whatever it is, the idea is you can perfect things, but you cannot build from something where you're not willing to start with the foundation. There are so many things now that I'm willing to do that I wouldn't have done before because a critical spirit and a spirit of perfectionism had me locked in. Now I actually don't care what people think. I care if God is being glorified. And what I definitely know is that he can never be glorified by the thing I never produce. I've decided in this season I won't be like the wicked servant. He won't come back and I offer him excuses. In this season, I'm going to offer him a yield. I'm going to offer him productivity. I'm going to offer him something. The Bible already tells me that every tree that bears fruit, he purges it to produce more fruit. If I want to get better, the blueprint is already in the word, produce, and he'll purge it so you can produce more. He's already told me in the word that he would send me help, send me what I need to accomplish what I need to accomplish, but I got to start accomplishing something. He already told me that faith without work is dead. So if I want my faith to be alive, I got to put some work to it. He can perfect the things that concern me, but I got to put the things out into the atmosphere. I want to encourage somebody. I want to unlock somebody. I want to free somebody today. Go ahead and build what God told you to build. Give yourself grace and permission to say, yeah, you know what? Before I knew what I know now, I had a lot of thoughts and opinions. Those thoughts and opinions have changed now that I'm in the thick of the work. But do not allow your own judgments, your own criticism, a critical spirit that you have put out to come back and boomerang on you. Free yourself of it and move ahead and do what God told you to do. Commit over the next 30 days to produce. Commit over the next 30 days to go get a shovel and dig up and dig out everything that God put in your hand that you buried with excuses. Go dig it up, dig it out, and start creating it. And if you're surrounded by critical people who always have something to say about everything that gets done, ask them for their fruit. And if they have more criticism than completion, that tells you everything you need to know, right? As a recovering critic, I know that this season of productivity has allowed me to be comfortable with done being better than perfect, with moving forward in what God told me and having enough faith to believe that his grace closes the gap. And here's what I have found, that the things that I thought were problematic were the very things that drew people and connected it to them, right? Because people are looking for what it is that you produce and what you complete, not just what you think and say. I love y'all. I want y'all to have a dope day on purpose. And make sure in this season we are not living in any more half-built houses. Finish what he started in you. Finish what he gave you to finish and let him finish what he started in you. I wanted to make sure I say that correctly. I love y'all. Bye.